Fira Santorini was our third stop in Greece, our second in Santorini, and the views from Fira were just as amazing as the views from Oia. Like, you could see the volcano and the sunsets, everything there, the views were just amazing. We stayed at Via Rose with Maria and Kiki, and Maria and Kiki were very hospitable. We really enjoyed being there as patrons, and it did have breakfast. It was a cold breakfast, just a pastry and orange juice and some fruit, and they supplied that, but we also bought some eggs so that we could cook them. There was a stove top to go along with the fridge, and we actually, when we travel and we don't stay all inclusive, we really enjoy going out and purchasing some of the local foods and cooking them ourselves. And we did this and really had a great time, and we're able to travel and eat fairly cheap. Now, that being said, we did go out a little bit, and one of the places we did go was Rostini restaurant, and this place, I really liked it. When we went, things were just kind of opening up in Fira. It was kind of earlier on in the tourist season, but that we did go, and this restaurant, I ordered a filleted fish because it was their first day being open. They didn't have the filleted fish. They had the fresh fish, which I thought I was ordering fresh fish at any rate. Of course, my Greek's not quite as good as it could be because I don't speak Greek at all. And the lady decided that she would bring me the fresh fish and fillet it for me, and she did. When she brought the fresh fish out, it came out, the fish head and everything, and she said, okay, just give me a second here, and she moved my water aside, took the knife and the fork, and she filleted it right in front of me. I was impressed, to tell you the least. I had a great time. The wine there was really good. It was called the Queen of Hearts, and if you have a chance to have this wine, I suggest you do. It's a very dry white wine, and I really did enjoy that. Now, it was too cold for us to go to the red and black sand beaches, which is unfortunate because that's something we wanted to see while we were there. But it was only about 16 and 17 degrees centigrade, and for my wife that is way too cold. For me, I would have gone and been okay, but for her, she would have been very cold, and I would have heard about it all night long. So that was something we did not want to do. Although we did go on the Volcano and Hot Springs boat tour. If you do this tour, I highly suggest you wear running shoes and not sandals. We made the mistake of wearing sandals, and both of us actually wrecked a pair of sandals climbing on the volcanic rock and going through the volcano. It's still active technically because there is the sulfur, and you can definitely smell that when you get to the top, but there is no magma moving anymore. It's quite a view, especially once you get to the top. You turn around and take a look at both Oia and Fira. You can see them both from the volcano, and it is a very spectacular view, and we got some great pictures. Now, the hot spring we did not go swimming in, and I'm glad we didn't, because there were some people who did. One lady, she had a white bikini on, and when she came back out, her white bikini was actually rust red. There's a lot of iron in the water in that hot spring, and it does turn anything you're wearing a different color. People who were wearing black swimsuits were okay, but those that were wearing lighter colors, or even a green or navy blue, you could still see a tinge of the rust color on it. So if you do this tour, make sure that whatever you wear, you don't expect to wear it again, because you're never going to get that rust color out. Now, getting down to where the boat tour is, you have to go down to the old port. And to get down to the old port is quite a long way, and you can walk it. It's not steps, it's basically just a road that slopes down to the old port from Fira. However, they do have donkeys to ride. Now, I did grow up on a farm. I owned my own farm. I raised cattle and I raised sheep. But the smell from these donkeys even turned my nose to the point where I almost didn't want to be there either. And for my wife, she nearly kicked me when I told her we were going to walk down instead of taking the cable car. So if your nose is easily offended, I highly suggest you take the cable car and don't take the walking route. If you don't mind donkeys, you don't mind the smell, you can take the donkeys. I think it was €5 for the trip down and €5 for the trip back up again. We never walked up, we took the cable car. We did, however, walk down, and my wife is deathly afraid of donkeys, and anytime we got anywhere near one, let me tell you, I heard about it. And the smell, and we of course were walking in sandals. There was a lot of donkey dung on the road, and yeah, if you do this, wear running shoes, and it may not hurt for you to wear clothes that you expect not to wear the rest of the trip, because they will smell, and ours did smell. However, I did have a great time. I'm glad we went. We got some great pictures, and we got down to Old Port, spent some time down there. There's some tourist shops down there. They're not too bad for pricing. My wife did some shopping down there. She found a great hat. And yeah, we had a great time. Fira is an excellent place. I'm glad we went. And we had some excellent memories to bring back with us. Anyhow, that's Fira. Have a good one.